What is going on, gamers? We're here with my boy Blake. This time for a different game.
Yeah.
No longer do we play Yu-Gi-Oh!
No.
We Digimon Gaming. This man got second place at our Oshi. What's it called? What do they even
1K.
call it? Our 1K event. Our store championship. We were all playing for $1,000. Kind of freaking awesome. Anyway, take us into the profile, my man.
So decided to play Alphamon because I was gonna play Grandis, same as LOZ.
Yeah.
But our locals just it doesn't work.
It wasn't it.
There's too much blue. There's too much armor. There's too much Megadeth, and so we have to play. We had to play Alphamon because deck cracked.
It's like cool Grandis.
You just digivolve their armors and piss them off. So yeah, we'll get straight into it.
Let's do it.
I'll explain as we go. The Eggerinos, yeah, it's the only one you need. You get to draw a card. It's sick. Move on.
True. Draw a card.
Don't ever play a different egg. For our rookies, obviously 4 of the memory getter. The one you always want on the stack. It's also not a bad play if you have multiples. It's okay. 3 Ryudamon. The one you kind of want to play is okay for the stack, but doesn't really do it. Decoy doesn't really do much. But that's fine to jam down. You can get the double add. It grabbing UG sometimes is just sick.
True.
And then the last 2 is the Dorumon. It's fine. You can use it to discard some pieces that you need in the bin sometimes.
Yeah.
It can be very cute. Did actually work kind of well during the day, which was cool. But yeah,
It's a very small rookie lineup.
the very small rookie lineup. But again, because we had mulligans, which is
And
worth
cool
noting.
boy.
We had mulligans and cool
Yes.
boy. It just works super well.
Very true.
Never really struggled not to see them. Sometimes
good.
I even saw multiple, so it's fine.
Mulligan is important. This was
Yes.
a Mulligan tournament.
For level 4s, 4 of the main man gets blocker, costs 2. The all turns 1,000 actually comes up a lot.
All turns is a good word.
Comes up in the mirror so you don't bash into their security and then just get your stack wiped because you hit something big. Also for the Imperial Dramon matchup, they can bottom deck something that's 6k. And
Yes.
this man is 6k and gets blocker and Ratal. So he becomes 7k, which means they can't bottom deck
That's
it.
actually hilarious because they're always going to be like, "Oh, bottom deck this."
Bottom
and
deck
you'll
it,
just
and
be
you go, no. It just doesn't work, and then you sit the Retaliate blocker in front of their stack and threaten to just blow them all. They can't do anything.
I dig it.
It's really sick. Again, only 8 level 4s, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no.
Oh, of course, Grumbus.
Grumby.
You got to play
It
it.
came up once. That's more than enough for me to warrant to play it.
Yeah.
If it wins me a game, I'm stoked with that.
It just wins you a game. You probably had no right in
At
winning.
no point put this on the stack. I probably could have, but at no point did I see it to put it on the stack.
Yeah, that's very fair.
But again, slightly small lineup, but it is okay. It works.
Yeah. What was that?
It's a
9?
stack deck. Yeah, yes.
9 champions.
In terms of our 5s, it's a very small lineup. The Doro Grey obviously
It's so
protects
good.
you, gives you memory because you can chuck something under it, so it works with the other stuff. The security attack +1 is nuts. This card
So
is
good.
ballistic, enables the deck. Even opening multiples of these is great because, like, the play you just put one under and then you threaten lethal off the one Alphamon, which is just silly.
It's pretty funny.
And then to complement him, only 2 of the decks. I was playing it at like 4 before the event, and then I watched the deck profile where it said like this effect kind of isn't relevant unless you're versing down a Terriermon or a memory blocker.
yes.
Other than that, you trigger the Cool Boy off the this
yeah,
this
they
lineup.
can't block the cool boy.
Yeah, I was kind of obsessed with saying, well, what if I need to Cool Boy? But you just Cool Boy on this card and then you
Yep.
move on with your life.
Exactly.
And then you brick on this a lot less because this sucks to put in a stack.
Yes.
It gains you back a memory, but you're still playing it for 3, and it not being this just sucks.
100%.
So yeah, that was the. Oh, actually, and one more spicy 5.
Oh yeah.
The Great Bomb.
The whole time.
It comes up. It comes up really well, actually. I double popped 2 Terriermons with it.
Oof.
Yeah, so we went into this for the Terriermon, but we had put this under it. We're using this. We put this under it, and you just go. It's a really really sick play. It cleared 1 or 2 other boards, and it cost
if you have
3.
an Alphamon,
Yeah.
kill a 5 or less.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Mine cost.
you use this to kill one of them and then go into the Alphamon swing, kill the other one.
That's so good.
Pop
Yeah.
your memories and stuff like this. Yeah, it came up.
Yeah.
Also, the when Digivolving effect is kind of nuts. It's really nice.
What it do?
So you reveal the top 3, add 1 card with Alphamon in its name among them to your hand, and then place any X antibody card under it in the stack.
Oh,
So
yeah?
you load up the stack, you grab an Alphamon if you find it, and then if you go into all you can after it, you've got extra fodder to just put under your deck. It's actually sick. It works really, really well.
It's not bad.
If you don't have this, it's just a good option. Now we go on the 6s. Obviously, 3 Alphamon, Digivolve, good.
Yeah.
You just get rid of armor, you get rid of the...
And from Grave, also good.
Nathan's Metal Greymon stuff.
Yes.
That deck,
Yep.
it protects itself from a lot of stuff. It doesn't
Not
protect itself from
Digivolve.
this.
Yep.
You just get rid of it, especially if they go into the Omnimon, that can just end the attack. You just push it away and go, all right, I'll swing over, you don't worry about it.
Anybody,
You just get rid of it and then you just swing into their security.
Very fair.
I was playing it at 4, 3 feels fine. I missed it sometimes, but it didn't come up enough that I wanted to. Having multiple of these sucks because you can't put extra, you can't do anything with it.
Yeah, I gotcha.
3.
Because you do have to play this as well.
Yes, 3 of the man that wins the game. UG stacking double of these happened a little bit too much. Won a couple of too many games off that. Not seeing it sucks, but I think 3 is fine. I saw it enough. There was a couple of times with like bad hands where you'd open like 2 of these and then you'd be worried about mulliganing and then you wouldn't see these.
Ooh.
It gets a bit weird where like if you open a bad hand but it's like this, you kind of go, well, I have to keep it or I lose.
Keep it,
But I think this lineup's what I'm going to play in the future. It worked enough. And for a stack deck, that's kind of all you can hope. We're adding 1 million cards anyway, so it was okay.
Yeah, you do get to search a lot of this stuff.
Also,
Thank God.
I never put this in the stack. Just don't do it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
I never saw it. Yeah.
Don't worry about it. For our level 7s, we obviously play the 3 Shoryuken. Big kill, bombs their board, does 1 million things, restands with the... cool.
Card good.
It's good to know that if the card lives on the board for another turn, you can use its effect again. That lost me the locals before the 1k, and then going into the 1k, I knew that. It helped a lot.
Yes.
Very comes up card. With like hitting a hammer spark, and you just go, no, it's still my turn.
End of turn. I'll just get rid of material. Yeah. No worries.
One last spicy 7, the big death X.
Oh, the death one.
This was a Dave idea, so big shout out to Dave. He was the one who told me to play it. We tried it at 2, we tried it at 1. It did absolutely nothing for me all day, and then won me my top 8 game against the best player in the room.
Oh.
So we take it. I will play this all day, every day. It destroys armor, which I didn't play against.
We were playing for
I
it
was
too.
worried about the armor, but in the mirror, he was overcommitted, bombed the board. He didn't have anything on board, couldn't find a rookie. One from there, stalled out and one from there. This card is bonkers, and it will probably keep getting better in the future. If you can pick them up at some kind of reasonable price, I would just do it. You're going to see these in a lot of decks.
Big agree.
That's it for the Digimon lineup. Big Digimon hours. The deck ran very well. So let's move into the big part of the deck, which is how you win.
We got a lot of guys.
This card is so stupid. Again, playing Grandis before this, it wasn't great in it. This is not okay.
Yeah.
We do, spoiler alert, I'll get it out. We play the 1x antibody.
So you can double add.
You double add sometimes. It happened once. I'll take it. This card, the amount of times I would do this with 3 of them or something stupid is so good. As you said before about the rookies, there are turns where you get put on 2, you don't have a rookie, you go, find the rookie, play it, move on with your life.
Yeah, exactly.
The digging in this was amazing. That this card makes the entire deck run so much smoother. The reason we play this is sometimes you struggle to find this. So for 2 reasons, if you don't find this, you can't go into Oyuken for 3. With this, you can go into Oyuken for 3. You swing with Alphamon, use its effect to go into Oyuken for 3. Very nice. So that way you're not having to go to 7, blah, blah, blah. The other thing is, Oyuken can put this back into the deck for an extra memory, which comes in very, very, very importantly, because when you look at the Tamer lineup we play, there are some times where you need to go into Oyuken, bring it all the way back, play the UG, swing, put this under it. Game. There's just so many times where the extra memory was really, really lovely.
Yeah, you're getting hidden memories.
It came out of security once too.
The security effect is funny as. Just gain a memory.
So yeah, the Cool Boys and the X Antibody did really well. In terms of our Black Tamer lineup,
a huge
3 UG, 2 Coda. I was at 3 and 2, 3 and 3. I did a lot of stuff. Coda just isn't good enough.
Yeah.
Hitting it off security, amazing. Hitting this off security, amazing. UG obviously does win you a lot of games. playing a tamer for 3 and it doing nothing immediately kind of sucks ass.
Yeah.
But 1 or 2 of these just ends up winning you the game. The memory gain is amazing. Coda, I saw just enough. I would not bump this up. Unfortunately, like the search is great, but it costs 4, and it's like the best time to play is probably like turn 1, where you go
You can get
rookie,
it turn 1,
jam this down, move on. But I'm very, very happy with that tamer lineup.
Very solid.
So we've got some options. 2 black memory. We were playing at 3, went down to 2 to play some other stuff. Coming from Grandis, this card is amazing in Grandis, but that's because Grandis doesn't bump memory on its own. It can only do the memory via the promo.
They don't have Cool Boy or anything.
So this card was like weirdly not as good as I thought it was. However, it's still very, very, very good. If you don't have Coda and you can put yourself up to the 3 memory, like they put you on 1, you go to 3. You can do the whole combo from 3 memory. So cool card. Came off security a couple times. Very nice. Now, I think like the thing that I'm debating the most on this is this lineup.
Oh yeah.
2 Breath of the God, absolute bomb off security. Horrible for your opponent to hit off early off security, especially if you're looking at a deck that can like restand a bunch. You hit it and they go, I'll pass. And Kongu for the more aggressive lineup. This I would consider bumping to 2, but I bumped 1 down to play the Death X. Kongu is more for the decks that kind of go a bit wider, Rookie Rush. I thought it would be okay into Imperial because they swing a lot, but the
Payodramon's 1 level.
It's 1 level
high.
too high, right? It's level 8, so it wasn't amazing for that. So I ended up taking 1 out. I played it raw once or twice to actually save me, which it did its job. This, however, saved 3 games in a row.
Wow.
There was 3 games where I versed Imperial, played it, dodged the Megadeth. Lovely. And then it gave it reboot, and my all-you-can had blocker.
Blocker retaliate.
So I got to do the full 2 swings, and then it would just stand back up, deal with whatever they had. This is after already clearing their board with all-you-can. So even if I had 0 security, and they had a rookie, it's fine. You can just blow up their board, restand it with breath. You can do the full swings, leave them on 0. It worked really, 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 really well.
Get all your checks.
If you don't see, I can see doing this and like bumping this up or something like this if there's not as much Imperial in your locals. We have a shit ton of it, so I'm probably just gonna stick on that. But yeah, that was it.
Alright, awesome. Profile's really sick. I was going to ask any changes. You kind of went over them already, but any other changes you might make going forward?
I think it'll only be like messing with ratios, any new cards we get. In terms of how it ran great. As I said, played through like multiple memory blockers, which was sick.
Do you want to go over rounds if you remember?
So round 1,
5 rounds?
Grandis, easy, like 2-0. I know what the deck does inside and out because I played it. But he double Terriered me at one point, and I just went pop, kill him.
The grade 1.
Yeah, absolutely nutso. Round 2 was against Imperial. Again, the Breath of the Gods saved me. I got stomped game 1 because I didn't see it. And first security was Breath. First security was Megadeth. And it was not great. He then reswung into me. First security was Breath. I went, okay. And then he killed him. And then 3rd round was Alphamon, which we conspicuously drew. Me and Dave drew that game. For whatever reason. But no, that was actually good. We played it out. I ended up winning a couple games.
So at this point, you're 2-0-1.
2-0-1.
Yep, 2 wins and a draw.
Game 4, it was against you.
So we played it out.
High rolled 1 game, did okay the other game. So that's something to note about this deck. I think this deck's high roll is better than any other deck's high roll of the game. If it just hits it, on like turn
That's true. You die on turn 2,
You just go, well, here's an all-you-can mode. And a lot of the time, if decks aren't playing like a Megadeth and have like, they can't deal with it. It just stays on the board.
If there's no security threat, you just
Imperial might be able to high roll a little bit better than this, but the high roll is so good. I was very scared of the Reaper, but if they don't see it, if they don't see the Reaper, and their Jerry like doesn't hit or whatever it is, also then going the Gatekeeper I think it's
Yeah,
called.
you just popped it every time.
You just pop it because it's
Yep.
such a high play cost, or you can always target it down.
Yep,
And if
that's
they have
it.
multiples, it's like, or you can just say all of it. You should get rid
I
of
was
all of
I was
it.
considering playing a Reaper so the gate wouldn't get popped.
Yeah. Because the
But
gate was the thing.
that would
keeping
take all the material out of Mom, and then Gatekeeper's irrelevant. But I couldn't think of how to play around all you could mode. So
It's so hard to deal with.
very
and also,
good.
there's a lot of times where like you can go into Alphamon, hit over something that is the biggest, then go into all you can and clear everything else. Like
That's
there's
true.
so many options for it. Round 5, I played against Nathan,
the mirror.
which was Nathan was Metal Greymon.
Oh, sorry. other
Sorry,
Nathan.
Nathan
Yep.
Tar.
Yep. Metal Greymon.
That was here on feature. You can see that game. I miss Lethal.
Link will be in description.
I really unfortunately missed Lethal.
Yep.
I had Lethal set up with the what is it? I'm protected from DP reduction and KOing.
Right.
I did not remember that was in my stack. I hit a thing that deleted my.
That was a common theme of the tournament because
Yes.
Nathan then went on to Top Cut and forgot to read his
Yes.
stack as well.
Unfortunately, when
Stacks get
when
too
you
big
go,
now.
well, the problem is I got rid of it. Like,
Ah.
I'm
Oh,
going
yeah,
to 4 different
yeah.
cards and then shuffling cards.
Because you
back.
shuffle them away, but
Yeah.
you've still got the effects. But it's easy to forget.
Because I shuffled one of them away so I could get the extra memory. So like there were a
Yep.
couple of things. Very, very unfortunate, but we ended up going 1-1. We had like no time left, and we sat down. We had like a couple minutes left. We checked security, and neither of us were gonna even get close to winning. So we took another draw.
So you went undefeated.
Undefeated.
302
in Swiss.
undefeated in Swiss. All right, let's
Finished,
talk
like,
about
third.
Top Cut.
Top cut was
That was
scary.
pretty big.
Immediately versus Nathan, and as I said, the Death X-Mon won me the game.
Now this is Nathan Alphamon, Nathan, right?
Nathan
Okay.
Alphamon,
Yep.
again, who I believe is the best player in the room.
I agree.
But he got very, very. So he won one game, I won another. We both did Alphamon things.
Yep.
I saw my line, he saw his line. Cool. In game 3, I have he digivolves my dude. I've got an Alphamon. He can't kill it because it's protected.
Yep.
Has quite a wide board. Death X.
The Death
He
X,
shuffled
baby.
away the Alphamon under his Oyukin.
Which means it goes down.
Which means it went all the way down and everything got wiped.
Yep.
He then hybrided, brought in
the Grumbus.
to the
Yep.
Grumbus to take my last security. Forgot that the Death X kills it in.
Oh, in the end phase, yeah.
Kills
Oh.
it. Is sitting on an egg, and that's it. I had to sit there for 3 turns in a row because I couldn't find my lines. I was digging as hard as I could. I was trying to look for
Yep.
blockers. I couldn't find a blocker or my Alphamons. Just sat there for like. But
So you both just found nothing for 3
But
turns.
Death X just sat there and went, he can't role play
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
If he had a rookie, he would have been able to put it on in the next turn and then brought it up.
Yep.
But he couldn't role play a 6 or whatever the fuck it was because it would just die. And then as soon as I found the Alphamon, I just went up, dead.
God damn.
So very, very, very happy with that game. It was tough, but we got there. Top 4, the rematch into
Yep,
the Reaper.
the rematch into me, I got
that's the
clowned
time.
on.
Well, that's the time that I realized like how nicely the deck just fits against the Reaper. Like,
Yeah.
you tap the Jerry early, it can kill the Jerry. You go to Gatekeep, it can kill the Gate. Like, it just has so many answers for D Reaper randomly.
Yeah.
Where like I feel like D Reaper dicks on so many other decks right now.
Yeah, I went in not thinking about the alpha matchup, and then after versing you twice, I was like, I don't think it's winnable.
No,
I'm just
it's
like,
really hard. I think D Reaper does super well into pretty
everything
much every other
else.
deck in the room.
Yeah.
But even when I hit like 2 Gatekeeper off
Yeah, you hit him in security, it didn't matter.
But it was
just
just the
killed
case
me.
of I just had to sit and go,
Yeah.
please don't Reaper me.
Yep.
Okay, we're good. Kill the thing.
I don't think I got to enough
No,
under
no.
for Reaper either. Like, you killed me before I got there, both. Like, we played 4 games, you won all of them, and I don't think I even got close to Reaper in any of them.
I think the other issue is that like you want to put all your searches under the Reaper, under the Mother, but that inherently doesn't put pressure on me. So
Kinda.
it's hard.
I can't swing the searches into
Yeah.
face. I can only swing them into bodies. And you don't put many bodies out, so...
So I think there might be something to say about the matchup if somebody like rails us about the matchup. I think there might be something to say where like if you get enough searches under Mother so that the searches are like big enough, I think you could just like go in with them.
They can't hit face is the problem.
Oh, they can't?
They can't. They can only hit Digimon.
I didn't know this.
That's the big problem. Yeah.
That makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the matchup fucking sucks then. It's awful.
It's not great.
If that is the case, I don't see the matchup as winnable.
It felt rough.
As long as like I will say there comes a point where if they get the 7 or 8 searches, keep a Dora on, keep that blocker there.
Yes.
Try and make it retaliate blocker if you can. That would be the best case scenario because not enough of your security can hurt Reaper. It just can't. But other than that, then we move to the finals. I very, very unfortunately did not see a level 5 in the top 3/4 of my deck, which just happens in stack decks.
It happens.
I ripped through my whole deck. You can see the matches on the matches on YouTube. I ripped through my whole deck, couldn't find it. Went to game 2, got absolutely flexed on in like one of the most broken openers I've ever seen in my life. Like turn 2,
the Imperial
we had
High
Dragon. Spit out everything with the hidden potential, like the whole thing.
It was rough, but you played out the best you could.
Yeah, and it was against Andrew, who checked the deck profile. I imagine will also be on this channel. That matchup was really hard anyway, but I'm super stoked with how it went.
Yeah, you smashed it. And look, Andrew and Nathan, as we said, are probably the 2 best players at locals. Best is probably the wrong word. Most consistent players.
Absolutely
very
most
consistent.
Yeah, like
they know their
super
decks.
Well.
Super consistent.
But other than that, check out all the gameplay on Grimdark Gaming.
Yep.
Thank you for putting on the event. It's probably worth noting I work there. There might be a bit of a conflict.
This is true.
But we want to put on as much events, even locally, as possible for as much money as we can just to give back. So it'll be sick. If you ever want to come down, events will be posted everywhere. Look at the other deck profiles on LOZA's channel, specifically Nathan's one, if you can get it.
Already got it.
In which case, go look at Nathan's one. His list is probably a bit more stable and better than mine. And check out Andrew's if you want. What I think is absolutely the best Imperial list.
I think it is. I think
it's like the most optimal list possible.
I agree too. Thank you very much for your profile.
Do the thing. Fucking.
Congrats on your results again. And final question: who is Joe?
Show you can.